New York City, and we were sitting down. I was in his basement, you know, doing some laundry or something. I'm like humming along, playing with this acoustic that Tommy had in his basement, you know. I'm like, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, and that was
anymore.
all he did. So I'm standing upstairs going, well, what's the next line, you know? And in my head, I just went ahead and wrote the next line, and I yelled down, what are you doing? What was that? You know, is that like a song you have? And he said, what a song? So just come on upstairs here, you know.
We instantly put the whole song. The song like wrote itself. Seriously, in a half hour, the song was finished and written. And then Ted came in and said, "No, it needs a wah-wah solo, a little can you take?" So we nooged it up a bit, and in fact, Tommy and I we weren't even gonna play that song for Ted. We were just like,
we're playing it for Michael, this little demo that we made with the drum machine. And Ted walked in, and we just automatically turned it off because we write a lot of songs that we don't feel are, you know, probably going to ever be Damn Yankees songs.
Put it on the shelf somewhere.
Yeah, or give them to Eddie Money or something.
Or Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray, there you go. Well, let's hear High Enough right now on 97 ZOK. 97 ZOK, those Damn Yankees, and High Enough, and they are here in the studio. Tommy Shaw and also Jack Blades.
Glad to be here. Glad to be playing for you guys tonight here in Rockford.
Now, you guys have been touring with Bad Company for how many months now?
Let's see.
When did this tour started in June, and we started this tour in June in Tokyo, Japan, actually.
Yeah, we did that by ourselves, and then started in, I guess, July with Bad Company.
Middle of July with Bad Company.
We've done about 70, 75 shows so far.
God, wow. you think you get that part right now, Tom. You keep missing that one part of that song. We sang the other day on the radio, and we sang the wrong words. We're like singing the wrong.
I just look at each other going, you did that.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. Who farted? Now, first of all, let's talk about Night Ranger to Jack now. What happened to Night Ranger? Are they ever going to get back together, or what's going to happen?
Well, it was, you know, we finished touring in March of 1989, in March of last year, and the band was just going in opposite directions. Everybody was wanting to do this and that and the other, and finally we just said, look, let's just split up and take a break, and let's just all. So we just basically broke up the band, and 3 days later, of course, I got a call to come and see Tommy and Ted in New York City. So, you know, one thing led to another and stuff, and I don't think the band will ever get together. I mean, Tommy and I might play we're thinking about playing New Year's in San Francisco at the Cow Palace, just with a couple of guys, with Brad and Jeff from Brad and Kelly actually from Night Ranger, doing some Styx songs, Night Ranger, and you know, stuff like that, and just for fun and stuff. But I mean, the Damn Yankees for me is my life right now. You know, I mean, I'm happy. I mean, we're touring again, we're rocking, the record's doing well, and everything like that, and I wish all the guys the best and stuff, and, you know, this is where my life is right now.
Okay, well, Tommy, now about you. Styx, of course, got the reunion album out. When Dennis called you and said, hey, do you want to come back, was that a tough decision for you at the spot?
It was, because, you know, I have such a history with those guys.
Right.
And, you know, it'd only be, you know, just a human thing to really want to try and relive that, the glory days of Styx for me. But the truth was, we spent a couple of years trying to put that back together, and it was a real struggle, and it just never, ever happened. And the Damn Yankees thing, there was no struggle. I mean, it just sort of fell around me. All of a sudden, this thing was just happening, and it was no struggle. To this day, there's never been any struggle. It's always been
fun.
Just the easiest thing to do, just a phone call, not to an attorney, no meeting in attorneys' offices. And it's just like, hey, you want to try this? Fine, sure. Everybody's like, sure, why not? And it's been that way ever since, you know. The tours are like that. Every aspect of Damn Yankees has just been fun and easy to do. But it was a strange position to be in that day. I was expecting Ron Nevison to be calling me saying, well, everything's ready, come on over. Instead, it was Dennis saying, well, everything's ready, let's start, you know.
Well, you know,
whoops.
But everything worked out great, you know. Glenn Burtnick, I think, has fit in really well with those guys. There's a song on their album called All in a Day's Work, I believe is the name of it. It's like halfway through the record, and it's this total chemistry that he has with Dennis. So I think they were really lucky in finding somebody they had chemistry.
But you're not going to say, no, I'm never going back. You never know what'll happen, right? I mean, with anybody.
No, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen 10 years from now.
Well, I mean, you get a lot of Styx fans going, oh my God, he's never going back, but you never know, right?
But there's, you know,
come to a Damn Yankees
you can always
come to hear Tommy. I mean, we play like, you know, we play some of this. We're all proud of the past things that we've done. So, I mean, in a Damn Yankees concert, you're going to hear maybe Renegade or Blue Collar Man.
And when we come back next year, you know, if we're headlining, we'll have more time, and I'll do more songs like that, and so will Jack, and so will Ted, you know.
We sang on the radio. We were at a place in Columbus yesterday, and we brought some acoustic guitars, and Tommy went in and sang Crystal Ball, you know that song?
Right.
And man, just it sent chills up my spine. And of course, I was near the air conditioning.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing to do with the song or singing, right?
I mean,
we'll
maybe-
still do
yeah,
that.
we'll maybe do that
We can
when
do
we have
those,
mine.
and if anybody wants to listen to the records, go out and buy the CDs. They're all out there, and the past still lives on, exactly the way it was there.
right.
And so that's the way to relive the past.
Now, Damn Yankees, the name Damn Yankees, it's not from the play. It has nothing to do with baseball.
More
That's
like
because
I
you're
don't
all
think so.
Americans.
More like a Noriega thing. More it has to do with well, we were,
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, we were
know.
playing. We were playing in New York, and a friend of Ted's called him up on the phone and said, "Well, I mean, Tommy Shaw from Styx and Jack Blades from Night Ranger, and you, Ted. Well, what's it sound like?" And Ted goes, well, "Sounds like a bunch of damn Yankees to me." And we all went,
Just
"Whoa!"
damn Yankees playing American. Who could be more American than all of us? This
true.
is like total American rock and roll. With
great.
it's based in rhythm and blues and soul music and the rock music we've all played for years.
Now, the sergeant stripes on your coat have nothing to do with you being in charge of the band, right?
No.
This is his week. We passed that code around. Sorry. This is his week to be in charge.
I stand on the corner and direct traffic backstage.
And speaking of traffic, the Georgia State Police badge on your jacket.
They'd be real happy to know that I had that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say you found that somewhere. I'm just laying on the side of the curb somewhere, right?
Yeah. Actually, I got this in England, believe it or not.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by. You
I'm
guys are
glad you're
great.
so
Great to be here. We want to see everybody
good
at the
to
show
hear this
tonight.
kind of news, this kind of trivia.
Where are we playing? The Metro?
You're playing the Metro Center tonight with
on out.
Bad Company. It starts at 7:30. You guys are first.
Yeah, get there early. There's no opening act. It's just the Damn Yankees and Bad Company.
And you're going to love what you see.
Great.
Doggies.
And tickets are available at the box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or by phone at 968-5222. By the way, leave a quarter at the front desk for the coffees.
A quarter?
We got
quarter.
away cheap again, Tom. Wow. Just give me some of them sweatshirts, bud.
Oh,
can't get nothing
always a
for a
payback.
quarter in
Listen,
New
we
York
always got to
City.
pay back something to you guys. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by and have a good time tonight.
All right.